Over the 5-month period spanning December 2015 through April 2016, the Ministry of Rural Development and Local Government conducted a series of consultations on local government reform across the island of Trinidad. The process directly engaged over 3,500 burgesses and citizens in approximately 56 contact hours of exchange and discussion in all 14 municipal corporations, where some 300 questions and comments were documented. These questions and comments will form part of the official dialogue and document that will inform the framing of the reform policy due to be presented and debated in Parliament by June 2016. In the island-wide event, attendees and active participants brought a mix of diverse viewpoints, backgrounds, and ideas to the process, from residents to councillors, public servants and union leaders, educators, business people, students, and community and religious leaders, to policymakers, including former and current ministers of government and politicians, all representing the wide national ideological spectrum that captured the rich diversity of ideas.
I am particularly impressed with the passion in which the population of the various communities came out, expressed their ideas, engaged in the process of reformation, how they bought into the concept of devolution of power to local government, how they want their communities enhanced, and all the various and myriads of suggestions that they offer to us at the level of the government and at the level of the Ministry of Local Government as to how they want to see the local government reform process take place.
Of the 56 contact hours that would be logged, most questions and concerns raised centered around accountability.
In between the term of a councillor, to whom is that person accountable?
We would like to see some accountability where if someone comes and says, listen, I have a very serious problem, that it doesn't take 2 years, 3 years. We would like to see that. And if you know that this is supposed to have a response by 1 week or 2 weeks, and it doesn't come, we'd like to know why.
One proposal I would like to make that may be included into the package of legislation is that now these 14 municipalities, if they are kept, let them account to the public, select the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, so that the entire country and not just the burgesses of the various municipalities can judge the work that was done by that corporation.
Transparency and oversight.
I think management on the whole, not only for local government but for the management of Trinidad and Tobago, needs serious consideration.
What I would like to see coming in the local government reform is the articulation of a process that would ensure that the accountability that we speak about and all the susceptibility and all the other abilities are dealt with.
Political interference and equity for all.
What I wanted to ask is that we have representation. All I'm asking is that everybody in Penal have representation. I liked what this gentleman was saying about independent senators coming in as well and all. Anything we can be done so that the whole of Penal could get fixed.
The process of participation.
What we need, two things, is a strengthening of these bodies by having a higher caliber of local government representatives.
It's all well and good to have a councillor with the power and the authority close to as powerful as a minister. But he's capable, is he capable to drive that opportunity, to drive that power? Are you putting training and opportunity for him to develop and grow, to drive this forward successfully?
Retired magistrates and judges could have their municipal courts right here like in City Hall, 1 day in the week or 2 days in the week to just listen to municipal matters. And the fines, of course, we retain there at the various corporations.
And municipal policing.
Municipal police should be given broader responsibilities to build a better, healthier relationship with communities.
In the new local government situation, would the municipal police have a relationship with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service such that to arrive at the point where you say our communities are safe?
Many of these questions and debates on local government reform have long been a part of the socio-political landscape through successive administrations, from as far back as 1976. However, as Minister Khan says, this is the first time that we have had the political will to make the idea of local government reform into reality. Over the course of the process, a number of panelists have also shared the stage with Minister Khan, including Ministers Stuart Young and Camille Robinson-Regis, Alderman Anthony Roberts, Vice Chairman of the Technical Committee for Local Government Reform, Ms. Destra Bascom, Chairman of the same committee, and the Honourable Dr. Keith Rowley, Prime Minister of the Republic and Parliamentary Representative for the constituency of Diego Martin West.
What the new arrangements are holding out to you? Two things. One, greater authority to manage your affairs at the local level. And two, greater clarity in seeing who is responsible.
I would like to see, firstly, the CEOs of the corporation being held more accountable for the taxpayers' money. I am totally in agreement with the committee and the Prime Minister and the government that a chairman and a mayor must be elected. It is high time now we stop appointing chairman and mayor to corporation.
What measures are being considered to treat with underperforming and incompetent officials within the local government body?
I'm a little concerned about one thing, and that really has to do with the harmonization of boundaries. We have police boundaries, we have magisterial boundaries, we have regional boundaries, and none of them tally.
When I went to the corporation last month, the customer representative, as you said, very pleasant young lady, she tried to help me. She sent me to a supervisor, and the supervisor said to me, all decisions, the councillor will decide which work to be done where.
You wrote me a letter on that matter? I think I saw a letter, something like that, you know.
I have not written you a letter,
okay.
but I have the letter addressed to Mr. Frankie Khan.
I am in a situation right now where I have a neighbor with hog filth coming down into a drain that is not even cast. We have a 6-month-old baby inhaling this thing along with 5 other youths.
This is that directive. Will the corporation send a public health inspector to that gentleman's plight? Let somebody from the corporation take his name and address, and in the shortest possible time, either tomorrow or Friday, make a visit to see the validity of his complaint, and if the public health inspector so adjudicates, take the appropriate action. And that is an instruction. To me, it was a personal journey. I learned so much from the population. I learned so much from coming into the 14 regional corporations, going into the various communities, both rural and urban, and engaging with the population. And at the end of the day, brothers and sisters, citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, what people want is empowered communities. They want service delivery at a level where they feel comfortable with. They want transparency. They want integrity in public affairs, and they really want a better lifestyle in their indigenous communities. This is what local government reform offers them. This is the new power shift and I dare say that this is the greatest power shift that will occur in Trinidad and Tobago since independence and Republican status. I encourage the population to engage with this government as we go along with the local government transformation, decentralization and empowerment, and as we build a better future for the communities in Trinidad and Tobago.
How I see this is an attempt to redistribute democracy. What I hope for is that we're going to end up with great progress and economic dynamism, that people are going to see the connection between democracy and economic progress.
If we sow the seed of decentralization and we sow the seed for empowerment and devolution of power, and it starts to work and it starts to take root, I mean, the governance landscape of this country can change.
The Ministry of Rural Development and Local Government. Local Matters.